and I think I've said all this before, but possibly not on this channel. These electric bikes, what I'm trying to do is run a car alternator on the tyre, on the outside of the edge of the tyre, on the back wheels, because on the front wheels they make the steering heavy, and they don't take a lot of turning, but they have windings on them and not permanent magnets, so you have to put a voltage across the windings or they won't work because they're an electromagnet. But you basically, a motorcycle battery will do that. 12 volts is about all they need. Some are 14 volts, but well, you just add another cell or get a 14 volt battery. And you could do it, run wires from the battery on the bike, because you can put a USB connector into them. They have that to power things. And I think that'll supply 12 volts, but yeah, you'd have to, if they couldn't get the right voltage, it would cause problems. And somebody was asking me about the voltage from the alternators. It's regulated at whatever the vehicle have come off, it is regulated. They're regulated to that. But well, what I was going to do was run wires from the alternator into the system instead of going through the battery. But if I can get the right voltage, the thing is, you need a lot of amps to get up hills and things like that, and that's the only time you need it, because at constant speed, a few amps will easily propel one. And I found that the chargers for the batteries produce about the right voltage and about 2 amps, which will keep them going at a constant speed on a flat road. So really, you only need the battery to go up hills. I'm going to experiment with all that, and when I get it all sorted. And obviously, the alternators put out 12 volts, but with not a transformer, an inverter or converter, whatever they're called. You can set the voltage up and down, and if you can put a plug into them and plug your battery charger in and put it into the battery or into the system, and you can switch it from one to the other. So you could have two running off the same system, one to charge the battery and one to power the bike, and then the battery will do the hills and charge itself while it's going. That's the idea, and then it's free electricity and the bike will run itself. Other than that, you need power to get it started, but pedal power should do that, because yeah, it would actually, but with a quadricycle you're going to have to use two pedals on the inside, because you're going to have to put a seat between the two frames. But it shouldn't be that difficult, because it should just all sort itself out, that I would think. But if it's actually a lightweight quadricycle, you should be able to run it on the throttle, because they're I forget, it's a technical term, I can't remember. Type approved. Yeah, they have to be type approved, but most of the electrical systems are now. And if it's a lightweight quadricycle, it can have a throttle and brakes on pedals, because basically it just has to be, it's classed as like a four-wheeled electric bike, because there are cars like it, but they're £9,000 and they're not much different really. They just have plastic paneling on and 4 seats. But I have actually bought a child seat, which I may have to stiffen a bit, but I would think it'll take my weight and I can fit in it. So all I have to do is put a hinge on the back, so that I can get out of it and in and out of it. And it might be difficult, but then I won't get saddle sore. It might need a bit of support underneath, but I'm less than 10 stone, so I think it will take my weight, but may need a bit of stiffening in that. Other than that, yeah, they should be self-propelled, and I think that's about it.